Good morning. Let's let the sound of this next bell take us to the deepest place within us. And my friends, it's such a joy for us this morning to welcome back Mark Stanton Welch. Let's give him some love. He's a regular now, so I'm not going to read the bio, but thank you for being here. Would you like them to stand? Yes, please stand for our first couple of songs.
Please stand for this. All right, a call and response, if you will. The tune is familiar. When I open my heart big and wide, I open my heart big and wide. My essence cannot hide. My essence cannot hide. 'Cause you can see me as I am. You can see me as I am. A tender, gentle little lamb. A tender, gentle little lamb. And with pure light love I smile at you. With pure light love I smile too. You take it in, you smile too. Whoops, you take it in, you smile too. Together we break out in song. Together we break out in song. We sing our love the whole day long. Sing our love the whole day long. Hidey, 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 ho. Hidey, hidey, hidey. Hidey, hidey, hide. Hidey, 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 ho. Hidey, 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 hide. Hidey, 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 ho. Hidey, hidey, dee. Hidey, 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 ho. When I open my heart big and wide, come on, I open my heart big and wide. My essence cannot hide. My essence cannot hide. 'Cause you can see me as I am. You can see me as I am. A tender, gentle little lamb. A tender, gentle little lamb. And with pure light love I smile at you. Pure light love I smile at you. You take it in, you smile too. You take it in, you smile too. Together we break out in song. Together we break out in song. Sing our love the whole day long. And sing our love the whole day long. And hidey, 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 ho. Hidey, 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 he. Hidey, 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 hide. Hidey, 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 ho. Zippity beep bop beebo. Biddy abby obi a. La pa 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 pa. La la da. Well, hidey, 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 ho. Hidey, hidey, hidey. Hidey, hidey, hide. Hidey, 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 ho. Thank you, Cab Calloway, for the inspiration on that. Another call and response, a little lighter. So repeat after me. I am a work of art. Here we go. I am a work of art. Well, you'll never see nothing like me. No, you'll never see nothing like me. no matter where I go. No matter where I go, I will always be unique. I will always be unique. And I will stand out from the rest. Yes, I will stand out from the rest. And I'll shine just like the sun. And I will shine just like the sun. And I will dance and sing so freely. Yes, I will dance and sing so freely. Because I'm me, the only one. Because I'm me, the only one. Well, I got my way of being me. Come on. I got my ways of being me. They fit my life so perfectly. They fit my life so perfectly. The universe has given me. The universe has given me these blessings that I now receive. These blessings that I now receive. Willingly, willingly. La 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 la. Come on now. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
All right, while you're on your feet, please turn to one another and offer the Namaste greeting. Namaste, namaste, namaste to our tech team, Gina and Jesus in the back. Namaste, love streamers, blessings. We're so glad you're here this morning with us. All right, and then while you take your seat, a reminder to please take a moment to silence your cell phones or whatever devices you have that make noise. Welcome. All righty. Oh, namaste, beloveds. I'm Reverend Elizabeth Rowley Hogue. Wow, is that Sapphire? The one and only. I'm Reverend Elizabeth Rowley Hogue, and I'm the spiritual leader here. I use she, her gender pronouns, and the land upon which we gather is the unceded territory of the Chumash and Salinan people. It is my joy to welcome you to the Awakening Ways Center for Spiritual Living, where all that we ask is that you remain open to the possibility of changing your entire life by changing your mind. This service has been designed especially for you. Welcome home. We have been waiting for you. Amen. Yes. Okay, we have an affirmation for today, and I invite you to please repeat after me. I flow with the rhythm of the cosmos. I radiate boundless self-love. And so it is. All right, and now our practitioner of the day, who is Reverend Susan, is woohoo! Come on up. Is going to offer us the Science of Mind reading for today and our opening prayer. And I would like to call your attention to the salmon-colored forms that are in your program that you received when you walked in. And if you didn't pick up a program, not to worry. You've got more of these forms over on the prayer table to the left here. And you can fill out your prayer request form, whether there is something that is heavy on your heart for which you would like prayer for, or maybe you're looking to manifest something in your life, like a new job, a new car, whatever, right? We invite you to fill out the prayer request form and then place it in the offering basket at the end of service, along with your offering when it comes around. Or you can take it over to the prayer request box and place it over on the table to my left. Now, I want to remind you that there is no prayer too small or too large. Our soul support team consists of 10 combination of practitioners and ministers, and we love to pray. This is what we do. It's our service to you. And then if you come up with something during the week that you would like to have prayer for, you can email us at info@awakeningways.org and put in the subject line prayer request. And then again, that will get forwarded to our team, and we will pray over the next week for you. And then Susan, Reverend Susan, is going to be available in the foyer after the service for 1-minute miracles. So these are prayers. You aren't going to give a whole lot of backstory. You're going to get clear, and she'll perform a miracle for you. She's good, right? Anybody have prayer with Susan? Yeah. Yes. So I highly recommend it. Once again, if you're like, oh, my life is great and I want to just have a gratitude prayer and celebrate that, try it. There's no prayer too small. And we love these celebration prayers too. They're so important, right? And then I want to also call your attention to Anna Rempel, who is a practitioner, and she's up here in the front row holding the high watch for our service. She's fine, but you'll see her with her eyes closed, and she's knowing that the highest and best outcome is happening for this service. All of us are being blessed and served by Spirit, and we are serving one another. All right, without further ado, I will turn it over now to Susan. Reverend Susan, thank you.
Thank you. So this year we have been sharing the words from the 365 Science of Mind. It's a daily devotional, and I was so excited for today's because sometimes Ernest Holmes can be a little heady, if you know what I mean, a little bit hard to understand. But today, my goodness, take this in. You're going to love it. If you want to close your eyes, go ahead. I'm going to follow this with a prayer. Today, I honor the presence of God. I feel God's beauty in the rose-tinted dawn and in the glow of the evening sunset. In the flower, I find the loveliness of God's beauty. In the mountains, I see God's strength. In the quiet of evening time, I feel God's presence. And throughout the night, I know that this presence blankets me. Therefore, I sleep in peace and wake in joy and live in a consciousness of good. Seeing God in others, I enter into companionship with the divine in all people. In the outstretched hand, in the smile of recognition, and in the warm embrace of friends, I feel the one presence, the one power, and the one life, and so I give thanks. Oh, that reading just says it all. There is only one thing happening, and it is God. And each and every one of us are expressions of that one. And so when we come together and embrace one another and smile at one another, it is God beholding God. And that is magnificence. And I know that today, each and every person who is here today is open and receptive to whatever it is that God wants them to know. I know that when Reverend Elizabeth speaks, she is speaking wisdom from the divine that was downloaded to her. And I know that Mark's music lifts us up and lights up that very divine place that's within us. And I'm just so grateful that we're here together to shine the light of God on one another. And I know that when I speak words of truth and power into that beautiful divine law, the demonstration is done. And so I release this prayer, and together we say, and so it is.
Oops. There. So I kind of never know what I'm going to do. until the moment hits. I still don't know what I'm going to do, but waiting for guidance. And if the truth be told, just sing. Well, if the truth be told, I would live another way. And if the truth be told, I would change it all today. What holds me back? A little fear. What holds me back? Voices ringing in my ear. What holds me back? Trepidations, warm beliefs. Got me by my collar, pulled me to my knees, yes. I was not meant to be a stranger, not meant to be down. I was born to soar the heavens, turn the world around. When I was a little boy, I looked life in the face. I won't rest till I stand in that place again. The truth be told, I'd be traveling this earth. And if the truth be told, you couldn't count what I was worth. What holds me back? A little fear. What holds me back? Voices ringing in my ear. What holds me back? Trepidations, warm beliefs. Got me by my collar, pulled me to my knees. I was not meant to be a lemming, not meant to be a rat. Born to soar the heavens, turn it like that. When I was a little boy, I looked life in the face. Well, I won't rest till I stand in that place again. So if the truth be told, what do you really want to do? And if the truth be told, just what is singing in you? What holds you back? A little fear. What holds you back? Probably voices ringing in your ear. What holds you back? Trepidations and warm beliefs. Got you by your collar and pulled you to your knees. So let the truth be told. I let the truth be told. That's your part. I let the truth be told. Yeah. I let the truth be told. 100 more times. I let the truth be told. Right now. I let the truth be told. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I let the truth be told. Right now. I let the truth be told. Once more, let the truth be told. I meant once more, I let the truth be told. This is really it. And let the truth be told. I don't know how to stop. I let the truth be told. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're up. All right, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Let's give him some more love. Woo! That was pretty cute. I don't know how to stop. I love that. And I love the spontaneity of spirit, allowing what wants to come through to come through. And so I definitely appreciate that. Thank you, Mark. It's such a joy to have you with us again. Your songs are going to be earworms throughout the week. I just know it. You can always do that one later. Now, thank you. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So, hello. Here we are, July 20th, third Sunday in July already. Wow. July is going much faster than June. Well, June had 5 Sundays. It seemed to keep going forever and ever. So here we are, and the Seed of Awakening for the month of July is Glow. And our topic for today is harmony and self-love. Now, I love what Ernest Holmes said. He observed that love is the sole impulse for creation, and the person who does not have it as the greatest incentive in their life has never developed the real creative instinct. No one can swing out into the universal without love, for the whole universe is based upon it. What I gather from that is that he's saying that love is the fundamental force behind creation and personal fulfillment. Are you with me? Yes. Okay, good. Now we're going to break this down a little bit, starting with love is the sole impulse for creation. Now, Holmes suggests that love is the primary motivator for all creative acts. And I'm not talking about romantic love, that's nice, but I'm talking about universal love, a love that we all feel, a love that we all can experience in this lifetime, unconditional love, universal love, love without attachment, love without conditions. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that? Only a few of you. Okay, well, sorry. Let's try that again. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. All right, so it's not limited to that romantic love, but it encompasses a broader universal love, which is really a deep connection to life, to others, to the divine. And so creation, whether it is art or relationships or personal growth, all stems from this impulse to create and connect and express harmony. All right, number 2, the next sentence, the person who does not have it as the greatest incentive in their life has never developed the real creative instinct. And what can happen if we don't experience that love or haven't connected to the love that we know exists within us, then we tend to sort of stunt our creative potential, because what's happening is we're working to create from our unhealed past or from the conditions that we're experiencing in our life or from group mind, which is not always great, right? And so Holmes is implying that without love as the driving force, our creative potential will remain stunted. Would you agree with that? Yeah, me too. All right, so true creativity, thank you, Mark, in his view, arises from this heartfelt desire to actually contribute to the world. And when we're creating and have that desire to contribute something magnificent to the world, something that others could appreciate as it's inspired by love rather than ego or fear or mere ambition, then we've got it, yes? Then it's like we know everything falls into place easily, doesn't it? Number 3, no one can swing out into the universe, the universal, without love. No one can swing out into the universal without love. I think of like Tarzan flying through the trees, right? But flying through the cosmos, you can't swing out. So the universal meaning the infinite, meaning divine intelligence. And it's that interconnected essence of all existence. And in order to align with this greater reality, essentially, to live in harmony with the universe, one must operate from love, as it's the bridge to this higher state of consciousness. And we connect with love consistently, and I know that you're all here because love brought you here, and you're experiencing love, and we're also having a human experience, which is full of a whole bunch of stuff happening, right? There's people and personalities and conditions and family members and just all kinds of things happening all the time. And so we want to ensure that we maintain this bridge to higher consciousness, and we do so with love. Okay, now it may seem like, well, if I can control this thing, then I'll be connected. or then I'll feel okay. If I can make this happen, if I can have control over how this other person is behaving, then everything's going to be cool. But that's totally an illusion, because it's not going to be cool. You're not going to experience love because it was driven by some other force, fear, ambition, whatever it is that's running that. And so we come back to love and allow ourselves to get into alignment, to get ourselves tuned up or tuned in to that love that lives within us. Then everything seems to work out. Now, number 4 is the whole universe is based upon it. Okay, so repeating the last sentence, no one can swing out into the universal without love. Then the number 4 is the whole universe is based upon it. The whole universe is based upon love. Now, Holmes is asserting that love is the foundational principle of the universe itself. Like, none of us would be here without love. And Ernest Holmes also teaches that love is the self-givingness of spirit. Now, when I get present to that and allow myself to really get that spirit has birthed me into existence as a gift of love, I'm comforted by that, because first it takes me out of my head. So all kinds of stuff going on up there, isn't there? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if we can set that aside and recognize that, like, this life is a gift, regardless of what's happening, because things are happening all the time, aren't they? Regardless of what's happening, whatever you're calling positive or negative, this life is a gift, and it's a gift of the divine. And so who am I to pretend like it's anything other than mighty and magnificent? Because I have been birthed into existence to as a gift of the divine, to bring my gifts into the world. It's beautiful when we think about it that way, isn't it? So in this philosophy, the universe operates on principles of harmony, unity, and goodwill, all of which are expressions of love, aren't they? And so in those expressions of love, we remember that, I'm actually living in a benevolent and interconnected cosmos, which means I've got to let go of the idea that there's somebody trying to get me. There's something out to get me. That driver, that person at the store, the IRS, I don't know where that came from. Whoever it is, one of you had that, right? They're against me. No, there's nothing and no one against us. Everything that has been placed into our lives has been placed into our life so that we can become more of who we came here to be, so that we, spirit as us, can know itself in a particular way that it can only know itself through me and through each one of us, because we are those individualized and unique expressions of the divine. Isn't that cool? I love it. Yeah, it's great. So in essence, Holmes is saying that love is both the source and the substance of all meaningful creation and connection. And now think about that. You could take this into your day jobs or into your relationships, and remember that love is the foundational principle of the universe itself, right? Love is both the source and a substance of all creation and connection. And so if we're not approaching with love, and when I think of love, I also think of loving kindness and compassion. Because, so I was growing up in the 80s, and there was the whole tough love movement, right? I'm not talking about that. And that's something different. I'm talking about being in this space of love, The tough love thing was like when you had, is that still a thing, tough love? It is? No. Okay, Sue says no. It was a thing, Now it's about being compassionate and loving and yeah, it's different. It's different, isn't it? Tough love, like, well, I've got to put my foot down and you are rah, rah, rah. That is going to create a whole bunch of angry people. And we don't need that, right? So it had its time back in the 70s, 80s, whatever, maybe even a little bit of the 90s. But we want to really consider the positivity of this concept that love is the sole impulse of creation, because then it's like, how can I be more loving? How can I bring more loving kindness and compassion into all of my conversations? Not just on a good day, right? But every moment, even when I'm facing the conditions that may be difficult in life. Now, I want to talk about harmony. And I looked up the definition of harmony, and I found that harmony is the sound of things that go together well. Isn't that lovely? Harmony is the sound of things that go together well. For example, you might have people singing in harmony. They go together well because they are in tune with each other. Yes? They're in tune with each other. And then if you think about best friends should be in harmony most of the time if they want to stay best friends, yes? Now, harmony is a noun that describes an agreement. It's an agreement. Would you agree with that? Oh, good, we're in harmony. So harmony is a noun that describes an agreement, like a feeling, a sound, a look, a feel, or a smell. Now, harmony and peace are closely related. Peace can be defined as the absence of conflict or war. Thus, living in harmony can be a way of achieving or maintaining peace. Now, we had a beautiful experience of harmonizing this last week with the Tibetan monks. How many of you got to check them out for a little bit of time? Most of you, great. It was amazing, wasn't it? So we had a group of 7 monks from the Drepung Gomeng Monastery, and they were with us last Sunday. They came up here. That was awesome. And they were here through Wednesday of this past week, and what they were doing was constructing and then deconstructing the Manjushri mandala. Now that brings me to Manjushri. I want to talk a little bit about Manjushri. Manjushri, I touched on this a little bit last week, but as a reminder, Manjushri is revered as the bodhisattva of wisdom. And his mandala actually reflects his role by serving as a meditative tool that embodies his qualities of profound insight and the ability to cut through illusion. And so while his like the face and all of that is not pictured on the mandala, you look at the mandala and meditate on the mandala, and you're getting the qualities, right? It's like infusing you. So we had this experience all week. And I want to say that let's go back to what Ernest Holmes was saying, which is that love is the driving force behind all creation and is in alignment with the universal. And then we can consider that in Mahayana Buddhism, Manjushri embodies prajna, or transcendent wisdom, which cuts through ignorance and illusion to reveal that ultimate truth. And so when you see Manjushri, you see him with a sword with flames in his right hand and a blue lotus flower in his left hand. And the blue lotus flower represents wisdom, and the flaming sword is to cut through the illusion. So we cut through the illusions in order to get access to the divine wisdom that is within us. And so whatever is going on in your life right now, know that this divine wisdom exists and you have access to it right now and always. Maybe we just need to cut through the illusion that is preventing us from seeing that is preventing us from being a loving presence in the world, preventing us from expressing with loving kindness and compassion to ourselves and all of those around us. Are you with me? Now, Holmes emphasizes love, and Buddhist teachings often pair wisdom with compassion, which is akin to universal love. So I'm drawing some similarities here for us. Now, compassion is the active expression of love, motivating bodhisattvas like Manjushri to guide beings toward enlightenment. Okay, now, then, if that's the case, then Manjushri's wisdom can be seen as a creative force, cutting through illusion and creating clarity and liberation, aligned with Holmes' idea that love fuels creation. All right. So those are the way the two interact, and that is how it is relevant for us here today. Now, I love this idea of Manjushri holding a sword that cuts through illusion to reveal ultimate truth. Compassion, loving kindness, unconditional love. These are ultimate truths. They're unchanging. They are unchanging, right? And thinking of the way now in which we harmonized with the monks, it occurred to me that we tuned into them this week, especially those of us who were there more than one day. We sort of tuned into them. They brought something with them, and it's their energy. And it reminds me of, everybody talks about, I got to see the Dalai Lama, we got to see Thich Nhat Hanh at some point. And I remember seeing the Dalai Lama, and I think I've shared this before, but when I went to see the Dalai Lama, I was so excited. I wore my clothes that I got made for myself in India, and I felt so good. I was like, yeah. And he doesn't speak English. He has to have an interpreter. So I was pumped up. I had my coffee. I was ready to go. That's kind of how I rolled. And I would get my coffee and sit in meditation, and then my mind just goes, woo! So anyway, I'm ready. I go, I find my spot. I'm like, this is cool. Looking around, a bunch of people just like me in San Jose. I think Travis was there on the other side with someone else, and some other group of people, not like that. Come on. Sheesh. And so I'm sitting there, and it's cool. He starts talking, and I'm thinking, wow, I can't understand him, but I'm listening to the interpreter. And then next thing I know, I was gone. And I'm like, it's over? People are getting up and leaving. And I'm thinking, well, what just happened here? I had all this coffee. For sure I was going to be awake, but I was out. Like, I tuned into this energy of the Dalai Lama, which was pure peace. Peace, right? He was vibrating at a different frequency. And so if you're vibrating at a lower frequency, what happens is you tune into the higher vibrational frequency of whoever you're around. Okay? That's why you all love coming here, because we're high vibing, and whatever's going on in your life, you can tune into that higher vibration and be here, or maybe you're just matching up with the vibrational energy like the law of attraction, right? Are you with me? Okay, so this week we had the monks, and the chanting at first felt like it was out here because I was in work mode, right? And then the next day the chanting was inside, and then after that, I was the chant. The chant was moving me. It was outside, inside, all around me. And even though I didn't know, I was trying to figure out, how can I speak these chants? I really want to be able to do this, And the best I could do is the Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha, and also Om Mani Padme Hum. Those are easy, but all the other stuff in between, how do I do it? But anyway, I let that go and was just allowing myself to be tuned into it. And so tuning into it, it adjusted. It's like going to the chiropractor or like getting a spiritual mind treatment. We tune in, we need an adjustment, right? And we go and they adjust us at the chiropractor, and then it's like, oh, I can see again, and my sense of smell has come back. Yes? Has that happened to anyone or just me? Okay. And so with the monks being there, tuning into that energy, it was like, oh, recognizing and also tuning into the energy of Manjushri, recognizing what really matters, what's really important. And really realizing that I don't need to attach myself to things, right? Because they're also teaching impermanence and letting go of attachment, right? Now, we attach to things with our minds when we obsess, or we can't stop thinking about a specific thing. That's attached. You're attached. That's an attachment, right? It's an attachment. Why do they always do this? I'm so upset. Blah, 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 blah. You're so attached. And if we can take a step back and recognize we're attached to this specific thing, but what would it be like if you were to just let go of that thing, you know? And you can do it very easily. Let go of that attachment to that and step back into love. Because that's what you're here for. That's what we're here for. We're here to love and be loving and experience compassion and be loving kindness. Yes? Yes. I know all of us falter at times because we get scared. Our minds tell us things that aren't true and we believe them because I thought it. It must be true. Like I saw it on Google. It must be true. No. Especially nowadays. It's right. We've got artificial intelligence all over the place. Okay. So 3.5 days of getting tuned to the energy of loving kindness, compassion, liberation, joy, healing, wholeness, reverence. Now, on Monday, one of the beautiful things I got to do was take a couple of the monks over to the hospital to visit our beloved Nancy Reinstein. And they did some chanting, and the whole experience was so beautiful. And I thought, oh, I want to do this all the time. And then it occurred to me, oh, this is what I'm doing. What am I talking about? I am doing it, right? It's like I'm a minister. This is what I do now. And that experience of not being attached to, and this is ego, right? Not being attached to a need to be doing something different or something else. Because the ego is the one that says, I need to be here. I need to be at this. I've got to do this at a certain time. I've got, and ego is like checking off the to-do list right now and all of that, right? But to be fully present and available for someone and chant. So they did chanting. I did spiritual mind treatment. And we left, and they left some what they call swag. It was like their blessing scarf and a scroll for Nancy and her daughter. Now Nancy made her transition, I think the next day or the day after, Wednesday, a couple of days later. And we all believe that and she went quickly. And beloved community member, and so she's here right now, though. Like, I feel her presence. She has always been this presence of like a medicine woman, right? Medicine woman. And so we'll never forget her. She's forever in our hearts. And that was a tough day, though. And so that day ended up being dedicated to our dear Nancy. And we believe that she was able to easily detach and let go and not suffer. She went quick. Oh, I just got the God bumps. Whew. She went quick. It was like, I got it again. Let's have a moment of silence for Nancy. Thank you. Yes, our beloved Nancy. And so we'll be having a celebration of life for Nancy on August 30th. Joy's like, hello. August 30th, sometime in the afternoon, and just 3 p.m. And you can see Joy or myself if you want more information, but we're creating an invitation that we're going to be sending out. Now, again, we're attached, right? Of course we're attached. We love people. We love each other. And we're around each other. And then being at Awakening Way Center for Spiritual Living the rest of the week was like people coming in. Well, I worked with Nancy 20 years ago at ASH, and we were doing Qigong, and pretty much everybody was doing Qigong with Nancy at some point, right? Even Wayne at the hospital somewhere. And so really present to the impact that we make on the lives of other people. Yeah. So thinking about Nancy and everything that she brought to each one of us individually, how can we be like Nancy? How can we be all that we came here to be and show up fully in every moment? Being all that we came here to be, loving kindness, compassion, sharing our gifts. Sharing our gifts, that's why I think she was a medicine woman. She was always sharing this gift of what she had learned for health, right? Okay. Being all that we came here to be, we've got to cut through illusion. What are some of the illusions, though? What are these illusions that I am speaking of? There's so many. There's just so many. And backpedaling for a moment, coming out of the experience with the monks, tuned in, then the question becomes, how do I maintain this? I'm tuned in. And so I've been chanting at home and, continuing with that, being gentle with myself. So I definitely recommend chanting, being gentle with yourself, putting what we say we believe into practice, and putting what we learned into practice. Because otherwise, it's just words, If we're not putting what we learned this last week into practice, then what are we doing? If we're not taking this lesson home today and putting it into practice, then what are we doing? So the call for us is this week, we're really called to cut through illusion. Recognize what that illusion is. You recognize it. What illusion? Okay, here's some examples. Distrust. Not trusting the process. Actually believing in the doubtful thoughts that couldn't be further from the truth. Anybody have that experience? Anybody have that experience this morning? Cutting through that's illusion, right? Another big one is waiting for the other foot to drop. Like your life is going so great, and then you go, well, I don't want to be totally happy because the other foot's going to drop. No, that's an illusion. You don't want to create that. Trust me. Your life is so good. It's not too good to be true. It's too good to be false. Believe that. Another illusion is the illusion of controlling other people. You cannot control other people. You simply can't. You can't control other people. And the illusion that anything other than love actually matters. Then there's the illusion of personality. Do you ever butt heads with people? Yeah, that's an illusion. Why? It's just unhealed ego trying to run the show. It's unhealed ego. Let go. Let God. The illusion of separation. I know we all experience that at times. That manifests as, they're not like me, I'm not like them, I'm all alone, I'm the only one here doing this, nobody understands, us versus them. All of that is separation, me versus the world or whatever it is. Are you with me? Separation, that's an illusion. And then the last one I wrote down, there's so much more, but these are the big ones that occurred to me. The last one that I have written down is the illusion of blame, shame, and guilt. You see, if we allow these illusions to run us, then we become like the hamster on a wheel. And we are not using our creative energy to actually create a world that works for everyone, a world that works for us, a world that allows us to be in that space of loving kindness and compassion always, which is what we want. Deeply, deeply what we want. And so I love a story. So our book of the month has been Spirit Hacking, and it was also our book of the month last month. And I love it. It's really good. See, I've got little notes everywhere. But in the book of the month, he described something that was humorous because it's so true. And he's talking about ayahuasca. and how, everybody's on this whole ayahuasca kick. Like, I'm going to go find me a shaman and do some ayahuasca. Whoa, dude. I saw cobras, but he's not saying this, but I've heard other people talk about it. And then at some point in my life, I was like, oh, I want to do that too, just because it was trending, right? Like, why? I already have spirit. I already have the divine. I know what's happening. All I need to do is go into a meditation, chant my way into the depth of spirit, and I will be levitating. Yes. Now, he says, now that plant medicine is trending and ayahuasca is the new black, you have all these people spending their weekends wearing white, drinking psychedelics, puking into Tupperware bowls, that made me laugh, and having their minds blown. They come out of a ceremony all wide-eyed and radiant with these beatific smiles and this incredible love of humanity, and love for the planet. And it's like, they've got this profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings. Then they tell their friends about this amazing mystical experience they had, and they get all this spiritual street cred. Still quoting the book here. And all this social cachet. And then 2 weeks later, someone cuts them off in the freeway, and all their holiness goes right out the window as they flip the person the finger, topped off with a hearty F you! Ayahuasca, schmayahuasca, right? I love that because it really speaks to re-entry, yes? Re-entry, we've got to maintain this. Most of us experienced the monks this past week and had this experience of going deep and had this experience of something. There was an energy that was palpable in that room, whatever you want to call it. Maybe the words I'm using aren't landing for you, but if you were there, you felt the energy. If you were here last Sunday, you felt something, a holiness, a reverence, a certain something. And that was the energy that they brought. And we come here on Sundays and we are connected to that same energy. And how do we maintain that? It's not by ayahuasca. We don't need that. You can have the same experience with the prayer with Reverend Susan after the service. No pressure, Reverend Susan. Whoa, dude. You can, though. You can. You absolutely can. All right? So I'm going to begin to wrap this up for us, friends. In conclusion, if there's any part of you that is feeling a little bit crunchy, you know what I mean by that, a little salty, a little off balance, ask yourself, what would love do? What would love say? And then do and say that. And remember as you move forward through this week that healed people heal people, and transformed people transform people. And then ask yourself, how can I approach this from a gentle, loving place? Even if you're mad, because being mad isn't serving you. How can I approach this from a gentle and loving place so that I don't allow myself to build up more barriers to love? Because what we deeply crave and need is love. Loving kindness, compassion for ourselves, compassion for each other. And then I invite you to consider what illusion may be controlling you, or maybe has controlled you in the recent past. And so it's the illusion that is tricking you into thinking anything other than the highest truth of your being. What is that thing? What is it? It's making you think that you're actually getting some kind of awesome payoff from building up that barrier to love. You'll show them, won't you? Right? What is that thing? All you get from that is to be right. So I have a question for you. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? Happy. Okay. You're going to have to let go of some stuff. So pay attention, my friends. Pay attention to what's real, the absolute. And then the beautiful thing is this, as we tune more into the absolute, then the illusions start to float by, like the thoughts that float by when you sit down for meditation, especially if you've had coffee or some kind of caffeine and it's just like spinning, thought, right? And you recognize, oh, I think I had too much caffeine and it's causing my mind to spin out. But pay attention to what's real, and those illusions start to pass by, and you don't have to attach to them and let them take you for a ride. What we're called to do is attach to the divine, attach to that absolute presence of love. And now the call to action for this week is to, 1, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Number 2, consider what is the one thing you've been telling yourself about something that is absolutely not the truth, but something you've been making up because you've been allowing fear, which is also usually an illusion, to run you. Something you've been making up. Number 3, imagine. This is the fun part. Imagine in your mind's eye, Manjushri, the bodhisattva of wisdom, with a flaming sword in his right hand and a blue lotus in his left hand. And the flaming sword is to cut through illusion, and the blue lotus is to show you the wisdom of the truth of who you are, who we are, and who you and I came here to be. And imagine Manjushri cutting through the illusion. Maybe you can't even name the illusion. That's okay. Imagine Manjushri just cutting through illusion and showing you the blue lotus flower. I get this image like a glowing blue lotus flower. And we'll send out a picture in the e-news of Manjushri, and you can have that in your mind. And just allow yourself to come back to that. Manjushri cutting through the illusion and presenting you with the truth of this beautiful blue lotus flower. Giving you full access to the truth. Who does not want that? And you'll keep picturing that in your mind's eye. And then practice. Thank you. Yeah, come on up. We're going to wrap it up with a closing prayer. You want to do a little gentle noodling on that, or? Okay, all right. And so as he's preparing, let's go ahead and just relax into your body. If you have anything in your lap, put it down, and maybe shake it out. Get into prayer pose, meditation pose, whatever you need to do. Scratch your nose, scratch your shoulders, maybe your neck. It's so funny. As soon as you start to settle down, then something itches, right? And then take a few deep breaths with me. One more deep breath together. And it is in and from this space that I know and claim with every fiber of my being that spirit is all that there is. It is all that there ever was, and it is all that there ever will be. And it is here right now, expressing itself in me, as me, through me, in, as, and through each one of us. And it is in this space where we truly remember who we are. I truly remember who I am, which is a child of the divine. And I am one with this presence now. It is expressing itself as me. And that is the greatest gift of all. That Spirit loved this world so much that it wanted to bring each one of us into existence. And it loves each one of us so much. It wouldn't change one thing about me. It wouldn't change one thing about any of us. It's not like we're cruising down this amazing road of life to become something different, to become someone else. We're here to let go of any of the illusions or false beliefs and limitation, lack, anything that would prevent us from being all that we came here to be. So we're unlearning. And at the same time, as we unlearn, we are becoming more of who we came here to be, more of ourselves. We're becoming more of ourselves. And that is so beautiful. And I'm so grateful that as we go forward from here, in any and every moment we find ourselves getting that feeling of being a little crunchy or a little salty, we can imagine Manjushri with the flaming sword cutting through that illusion and that bright, illuminating, brilliant blue lotus flower being shown to us. This is the truth, my beloved. You are an emissary of the divine. You are love. You are pure love. I am pure love. Bring this love into the world. Transform yourself by experiencing this love, which is the truth of all of life. And then the world is transformed by that love that you and I express. And then if that thought, that illusion comes up again, imagine Manjushri with the flaming sword cutting through the illusion, presenting that beautiful blue lotus flower. This is such a beautiful practice because I know that each one of us knows the truth, and we are called to remember it for such a time as this. Today is the day. We've been allowing those things to run us for far too long, but not any longer. It's over. All we have is the truth, and it sets us free. And I'm so grateful for the freedom and the liberation that each one of us experiences as we go forward from here. Our lives are transformed. We have each been shifted, lifted, and gifted, and we are ready to share these gifts with the world. And so with great gratitude, I know this prayer is complete. I'm so grateful for the music and the message and the fellowship and the prayer and all of the volunteers who made this service happen. I'm grateful for each one of us for being here, for showing up and standing in the truth. This is the world we are standing for. We are a stand for truth. We are a stand for love. And so with that gratitude, I let it wash over me entirely until I feel so much appreciation in my heart for this life. And I can release my prayer now into the loving and creative action of the law, where I know it is made manifest. And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you. That's you.
I want the whole wide world to know. Many times you turned my back on me, many times you put me down. That never took good care of me. So nevermore, I'm telling you now that I love me. I love every little thing about me. I'm listening to my own song. I'm gonna do my own dance, throwing out limitations. I'm letting go, letting go. Let the moments keep rolling let the life in me fly. Let my eyes just keep opening. Let the love never die. Let me give up control. Let me face life in stride. For I am that I am, that I am. Just finding the beauty in me. The joy just keeps growing, and I just keep flowing when I love me. And I walk through my days with that knowledge. I'm living in my very essence. I'm the heart of the world. I'm one with all eternity forevermore, evermore. Come on. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me.
Yes. Beautiful. All right, it's now time for our conscious giving. Will our ushers please come forward? We have, hi Nina, it's so good to see you. We have Nina and Gina. Gina. Gina is picking up the other basket. All right, okay, here we go. Nina and Tom doing a little dance. All right, let's give them some love. And then can you scoot over a little bit right there, perfect. No, not too far. Come back. Back. Right there. Oh, yeah. Now look out at them. You are so beautiful. Friends, we could use some additional volunteers, by the way, for ushers and greeters. And so if this service has inspired you in any way, I invite you to please consider making a donation to our community. And if you're tuning in on the live stream, you can make your donation by going to paypal.me/awakeningways. And for those of you in the room, hey, if you forgot your checkbook, we got you. On the back of the program, there's a QR code, and that takes you to our PayPal page, and you can make a donation that way. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can just use your credit card, and then everyone, I invite you to take your gift and place it over your heart. If you already gave online or otherwise, just take your hand and place it over your heart. And we have a giving affirmation. I invite you to please repeat after me. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. Bless you.
I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. Bless you.
I was wondering if you were going to say that. It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
Evidence of my faith and my belief.
It does great work in the world.
It does great work in the world.
And returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And so it is. Whoa! I'm okay. Just go. Time to take the shoes off.
Give for the sake of giving. give just because you can, and give for the sake of just letting it go. 'Cause when you give, the universe expands. Give for the sake of giving, and give just because you can, and give for the sake of just letting it go. 'Cause when you give, your universe expands. 'Cause when you give, your universe expands.
Ah, beautiful. And so in this moment, I know and declare that every gift that is given in love. I know this to be true. Every person who gives of their time, their talent, their treasure to this beautiful spiritual community is operating in the energy of divine love. And so I am very grateful for that, because I know that these gifts do so much good. This spiritual community radiates throughout this local community and throughout this county and throughout this state. And so I'm just so grateful for it. And with that, I just release my prayer, letting it go. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you. All right, it's now time for our announcements, and we have an announcements angel for today, Nancy Van Tassel. Woo! There you go, it's already on.
That is Peter Gunn. First of all, I just want to say we are so blessed to have Reverend Elizabeth and Travis. Thank you. Okay, next Sunday, July 27th, I have the honor of facilitating the Spiritual Sprouts program. The children will explore the joy of music through singing, playing instruments, movement, and making joyful noise. Yes, so bring your children, grandchildren, and go out and swipe other people's children. We really need them, okay? Can I impress you enough? So, also next Sunday is Divine Sparkles, Wisdom Circle with Reverend Elizabeth. It's joyful. It's wonderful. So join us for a heartfelt and open gathering where community members are invited to share insights, reflections, and inspirations from the past month. And it'll be held right here after the service. Join Reverend Elizabeth for Resonant Blessings, a quantum sound healing journey. This is an hour of profound transformation where affirmative prayers and sacred sonic vibes merge to elevate your spirit. There are 2 dates to choose from: Wednesday, July 30th at 6 p.m. or Thursday, July 31st at 2. Both will be held at our center on El Camino Real. Tickets $25. The Echo Meal is this Thursday. No, not this Thursday. Thursday, August the 28th. And I'd like to invite Reverend Susan to come up and tell you more about it and update us on all the needs for loaves and fishes.
Thank you. So the Hearts and Hands team kind of sponsor and organize several things, and one of them is the Echo Meal. And so we've done I think we've done maybe 4 or 5 of them. We do them every other month. So the next one is August 28th. We planned it on a Thursday because that's when the choir practices, so that they can bring food if they want to. We do a sloppy joe, lentil, beef sloppy joes, and salad and cookies. We have a sign-up sheet over here. It's really fun, and you can come and serve. It's a beautiful experience. So we're accepting sign-ups there. And then also for the Atascadero loaves and fishes, just a reminder, I actually met with one of the ladies, and I asked her, what do you really need? And she said peanut butter, tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce, tuna, cereal, but it has to be low sugar. I learned something because I decided I was going to buy something really sugary for the kids because I wanted to do something for the kids. they don't give it out. They put it out for free. They only do low sugar cereal, so don't make that mistake that I made. And also wet cat or dog food, canned dog or cat food, because she said sometimes people will not feed themselves. They'll feed their animals first before they feed themselves. So thank you for that. Just bring them here. I'm sorry.
Give me that sticky. This is valuable information.
No, it's on the...
Good. Thank you. Okay. Please visit the information tables to learn more about these events and many others, and make sure to take home the purple page in your program for all the July events, and sign up for the weekly email so you can be in the know. All right, so let's give a hand and appreciation to Mark Stanton Welsh. And of course, our own wonderful volunteers and staff, who I'm very impartial to, to make this all possible. Have a good week.
Thank you, Nancy. All right, let's circle up for our benediction and call and response. I have All right, my friends, won't you know with me that you are never alone, that God is where you are right now and always, and all that we ever need to do is turn within, and it is here we will find we are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously let us make use of these gifts in all that we think, in all that we say, and in all that we do. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is everywhere.
Life is everywhere.
I think it. I feel it. I believe it. I express it. I accept it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Woo!
Hidey, 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 ho. Hidey, 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 he. Hidey, 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 hi. Hidey, 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 ho. Zippity beep, bop, beep, bo. Video, bobby, OVA. Hidey, hidey, hi. Hidey, 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 oh. Hidey, 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 hi. Hidey, 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 ho. Hidey, hidey, hi. Hidey, hidey, ho.